Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see about Postgres migration learnings because I have faced a lot of issues while migrating open source Postgres in source database like Oracle as well as EDB Postgres. Mostly these are functions not supported in open source Postgres, and instead of this we need to use different syntax here open source. For example, declaration in uh, Oracle and Postgres, EDB Postgres, this declaration is not required. Directly we can use after create and replace function or procedure, we can use directly begin end inside the transaction. But here we need to use declare, and one more thing, here we need to add language also. If you are using language PL PGSQL, that is in PSQL, that Postgres, we need to add here language within single quotes PN PGSQL. And if you are going to write Python script in Postgres, that is also possible. You can mention Python library here. And for loop in Oracle, directly we are using inside the business logic, directly we are using business logic like I or something j x y z directly. But here we need to declare in this for loop based on your written statement. If it is record or number or text, whatever format you want, you need to declare in this declaration statement. And out parameter in Oracle, directly we are using out parameter, but here function only returning out parameter, but procedure we need to mention in out parameter, not a out, in out. You need to pass values. And number data type, here number data type is not there. Instead of number, you need to use uh, numeric or integer. Here DBMS output, in Oracle DBMS output in console output we are printing, but here rise info or rise notice you need to use, otherwise we can't able to print inside the transaction begin end. DB link, here DB link is not there. Instead of DB link, we need to use FDW like foreign data wrapper. That one we need to add a extension, and also we can able to connect various data sources like Oracle and different database, different server we can use. This is very faster. And execute procedure, execution of procedure is Oracle directly we can use instead begin and end, inside the procedure begin and end, or execute procedure exec procedure name. But here is different. Procedure execution is directly we need to call the procedure, and the function we need to select or perform, we need to use the command. And here the go to statement is not supported. Instead of go to statement, we need to use if else only. Based on business logic, we need to use inside the if and else condition. And one more thing here, subquery. Here subquery will support, but the subquery inside the subquery we need to pass the alias name, because we need to identify it, right? Which query returning values, which query from taking that table, that one you need to mention that subquery alias name. and varchar2 is not supporting here. So instead of varchar2 you need to use text or varchar or character varying different kind of data types you can use. And sysdate, this is very important. Here sysdate is not supporting. Instead of sysdate you need to use clock timestamp and current date. If you want timestamp you need to use clock timestamp, otherwise only date only you want, directly you can use current date. And here alter section, here alter section will not support. Instead of alter section you need to use set schema or set section equal to something. Exception, here exception is same only, but you need to use rise exceptions something. But here instead of SQL code, SQL code and SQL state you need to use error code, right? In Oracle we are using error code, error message and all. Here we need to use SQL code and SQL state, SQL error message. Like here NVAL is not supporting. This is very critical one. So instead of NVL we need to use coalesce, and coalesce also you need to mention directly same data type, otherwise we will get error. And connect by prayer, this is not supported in this open source Postgres database. So instead of this you need to use regression query. That one I will explain in later on sections. And ref cursors, type ref cursors in Oracle direct we are using type and also ref cursor variables like things, but here directly mention that variable and ref cursor. And add months, this is their date field. So if you want add 1 month, so you need to mention like now or clock timestamp minus interval single quotes 1 month. Here if you want to add month, so plus here 1 or 2 month. Like in practical demo I will give you after few lessons, after further on channels. Thank you.